Okay, here we go. Hello, we're going to rant about how annoying school is. I don't know why I'm sounding so monotone, I'm tired. But anyways, yeah, as we were literally saying that I had to reset recording, yeah, Lane, you can continue with what you're trying to say. Just make sure you said the right thing this time before you get me canceled on YouTube. Yeah, it's probably best. We're like thinking of it or attempting anyway. Oh, they literally attempted. They attempted. Yeah, because yeah. Because you know I've had that message from a lot. So, but it's just concerning too because like I was playing. I think it was with Daniel, and you got on, and he texted you join party, and you're like, I can't. I'm sorry. I'm dealing with someone. And I did not know who you meant, and I thought you were like, oh, maybe he's dealing with a family member or something who's contemplating, or like one of his online friends. But now you've just told me who it was, and you know, considering I've seen them around school today, still doing what I said earlier, you know, want to be male and non-binary, I don't even know anymore, but proceeds to wear only female clothing. Really confusing sometimes. Like, and see, but like, if it's like an Alex situation where like your parents don't even want you, oh shit, I said their name. Who cares? They're not gonna care because I'm using them as an example. Where your parents don't want you wearing different types of clothes, like a male. You know, like that'd be weird if I wore like a female, or like I don't know if you've seen that one guy around the school. Well, I'm guessing he wants to be female because he's always wearing skirts and shit like that. He's the blonde tall, yeah. I keep seeing that, and I'm like, what the hell has been going on? Like, what has school become nowadays? And if it's like that, where you can only wear that, like you can only wear your gender clothing, like your original gender, you're getting shot at, or I am. I think it's me actually. Okay. But. Knocked. Can you open that door? Open the door, open the door. Try to open it. You can't, okay, never mind.
I see more that. Like, what's this? I don't know what that is.
You thought it was like a feeling, like they felt like they were going to, but weren't actually. Moods, like the moods. Yeah.
Oh wait, no.
Damn. Anyways, yeah. I don't know. Same here. Like, friends of mine have all said and all that they will, and you know, it's a whole roller coaster because you hear that and you're immediately freaking out. Your entire mood will swing. but yet, like, if it's a mood, then, you know, you obviously comfort them, and because you know they're probably not going to end up doing it. It's just a mood. But when you can tell it's not a mood, your whole mood will flip faster than a steak on a grill. It's a concern. You're immediately calling them over and over, like answer, hurry, please, I need you to answer. And like you already have suicide hotline and all that just on the line, and oh, you can play back Octane if you want. Yeah, I just had a thing for him. I like how you just said their name, but it's not like they know my channel, so it doesn't matter. See, but that's the thing. They were comfortable enough to tell you that that's what they felt like. And that is, yeah. Because if they didn't, they would have, boom, you would have had it all over the news. So, but I'm wondering, I don't know if you have saw on Blake Story, Lane. It's all over news. With the man who committed suicide, or was, I'm expecting was suicide, in the river by the Dells. See, I'm only saying it because this is not someone we know, and this is talking about news, and it will not care. So, but, you know, the fact that this happened is obviously shocking, because within the Dells here, that's the most calming place you can be. It's a paradise to kids and people. So the fact that somebody drowned is what completely shocked me. And it was like, I think it was like I don't know, like 7 o'clock at night, and I saw that on his story. Let's Google it. And that's what completely, like, bro, who actually would have done that here of all places? Because, like, if that was a suicide, then why there? Because as you obviously saw on his story, he was out on the river at that day, on that day. He was there. He was next to the body. So the fact that somebody had the will to do that is completely mood flipping. Because they thought nothing of it. They thought this is just what they need to do, because this is how they feel. And, you know, if you ever, speaking of which, we died, but if any of people who watch this have had this feeling, for real, just get help. For real, it does help. Just talk to a friend, talk to a counselor at school, talk to a therapist, talk to the hotline, talk to your parents. Whatever you're comfortable with, whatever you're most comfortable with, do it. Because it severely needs to happen before something bad happens to you. Yeah, well, I think I know what you're about to say. You might not feel how they feel. Not everybody's like this. But if you do, comfort them. If you don't, then just ask them what they could need, what they would like, what could help them, how to calm them down, and just calm them down. And yes, are you not? Yeah, you're not. But just let them calm them down and all that. So, for real, like, if any of y'all are watching this, seriously, go talk to a friend. It's severely needed. But, oh, you can talk. I don't think he'd be here in this party right now. I'll be honest, I don't think he'd be here in this party. You just couldn't, bro. See, I can relate with that because, the person I love very close and dearly. There's multiple, but there's one above others. And Lane, you know what I'm talking about. If they were to do that, holy hell, you know how fast I would join? I wouldn't even be here because I could not live knowing that that happened. And all that. But yeah, if that were to happen, then obviously, you know, everybody's mood would change and I'm dead. I died of freaking crypto, bro. But you know, like stuff like that is what changed people. And oh, she's on me. It's the thing where people do that for attention is what concerns me. Like, you can swear, it's fine, sure, just don't swear a lot. But the fact you had the brain cells to think that was a good idea is what shocked me. Like, I can see if you're actually feeling like that, then express yourself. If you're comfortable with expressing yourself, go talk to people, for real. But, you know, if you're not comfortable with that, then that's okay, because I'm be honest, I don't think the person Lane was talking about was comfortable talking to other people about that. Probably only to you and maybe like another friend. And when you have friends that have that history, like, you know, like attempting stuff like that or doing stuff that fuels depression and all this, you know, like quote unquote freaking vapes being depression 6, which is not true. I'm letting y'all know it is not true. But that fact that people like do have some vapes which do cause that cannot talk to people is what shocks, because nobody's gonna get help. And you know it's bad when the school me and Lane go to had to start putting up like help for like suicide hotlines and yeah, for real. I didn't get that. I didn't get the new launch cards, but yeah, but like throughout the hallways they have papers that say like pride assistance hotlines and suicide hotlines and stuff like this, which is how you know it's occurring with more of middle schoolers and high school students than it is obviously a grade student. Just think, yeah, it hurts to think of, because you like when you think of that, you're gonna think of somebody you love or care about severely doing that, and that's why I think it should honestly be removed from halls. I don't think, like, I feel like it should be more of like a notification on your Chromebook for students who have thought of that, like have text messages within the emails, since the emails are tracked at our school for obviously reasons. It's a good thing, yeah, but yeah. And not to mention, you would have had to go, that was what, maybe, what was that, like 2-3 days before school started? Yeah, like 2-3 days. Oh, it was yesterday? Oh, kid. But, stuff like that is, and women be questioning, like, why men have contemplated stuff like this and everything, when half the time it is they have a reason. Yeah. I'm sorry. That was a... Okay. Okay. Oh, just heal, just heal. Oh, guard. Heal. Do you know where they are? Yeah, well, we're gonna pause. Oh, darn roof. Pause the podcast we're doing. Anyways, oh, more kids, more kids, more kids. But yeah, like the thought of the people we know and love doing this stuff is why most people say like men are more suicidal than women, because you know women always are framing us for stuff, assuming, I should say, not framing, more assuming. But it's just concerning that people think this stuff when it's nowhere near true. We're getting pushed. I fried them both. I fried them both. Like they're both been, yeah, I fried them both. I heard a bloodhound out, so be careful. He's inside. He's one. Anyways, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if it's like that's the men's thought process, because that's what women assume us to. Oh crap, dreams. Shut up. But yeah, I mean that's really agreeable on that. And the fact that, like you were saying earlier, women have had our brains completely mind-boggled. We're completely different around, because we're always thinking like women think that we're so strong and you know we're all mental and we're perfect, we're good, and you know not things aren't wrong with us. But that couldn't be any more from wrong, because it's mainly men that are always going through stuff because of what women think about us. We're not able to spill. Yeah, no, don't take us on that, because we know multiple that have and are going through this. But it's them who think that the men don't go through anything is what concerns me, because it couldn't be any more from true. I'll go to the back. We're just gonna launch pad out. We're gonna dip. When you reset this way, but like yeah. Women obviously do go through this stuff as well, but I honestly feel that women don't go through depression as much, but more anxiety. Yeah. It's a full state. And not to mention, you may think, like, oh, depression is like depression. Yeah, it's depression. But it's even worse when you have bipolar depression, where your mood will completely change in seconds. And, you know, knowing someone who does have that, or we think he does, because his mood switches faster than a heartbeat, is what's concerning to think of. Because I've heard him say stuff like that. I've heard him say these messages, and you're never sure if it's true or not. Grab the Cerubican. But so when you're just sitting there thinking all happy thoughts or stuff like that, and when they text you something like that, that's when your whole day will flip.
I like pushing limits as much as the next guy, but we gotta go.
And I know we're probably repeating stuff, but this is a serious thing. But this is really a serious thing. And to the people that think it's a joke,
Incoming care package. I love
you need some help as well. Like, oh, I was just joking. I'm not actually gonna do so and so. What do you mean? That's chalked. That is the definition of chalked, right there. That is sick. Or it's like ha ha, I was just joking. That's where you draw the line. That's when you stop being friends with that person, because the fact that you even thought that that should be that's considered a joke is what's concerning. It's more serious than people think. Yo, come back. They're both on me. See that? We'll do it. We'll actually might want to. Earning thirded. Damn. That's alright, bro. But, like, seriously, and it's concerning that people will think these. And, for real, like, just imagine. Some of y'all can't, like, think that's gonna happen. Y'all only think happy thoughts. Good for you. If you have a brain that can do that, you are really going to have a better life than most people that can think of what will happen. And it's a thing like a thing that men do to expect the worst, because you never know what's gonna happen. It's a cruel world we live in, and especially in this era where, you know, some people are making fun of trans or gays and stuff like this, and then the real ones actually will want to do these things because they're all doing that for attention. But then the real gays, bisexuals, trans, lesbians, pansexual, all this will just, you know, but I feel like the one that isn't harassed within the pride community, the one that isn't teased or like bullied, is aromanic, aka little to zero sexual attraction. This is the one that I think people will doubt, because, like, oh, how can you not be sexually attracted to someone or anyone in general? But, you know, it's possible. I never experienced the stuff I've actually been experiencing lately that with anybody else I've quote unquote had a crush on or I've been in love with.
Alright, can I add something? I know it's really late, but let's talk about the fact that because there's like transgenders and it's like the people are normalizing it, other people are getting bullied by these transgender people for being straight and like not believing in the transgender community.
Oh yeah, for real. Yeah, actually, good point. Cause, yeah. Because they did nothing to you. If they didn't do anything to you, then, and you're doing that for fun or to act tough, just stop. Because you're not. You're really just hurting people that shouldn't have to hear these things. Because there's some people within this world that aren't meant to hear things, and some people that are. And within the trans and stuff community, they are not meant to hear bullying, because it's messed up. But the straight community is even worse with the stuff they have been told by gays or lesbians, thinking they're, you know, like, people are weird for not having different sexual orientation or not being a straight ally. Which, you know, if you're like don't like someone because they're not a straight ally, that's not really a reason to not like someone. The only reason you shouldn't like someone is if they harass, bully, or like have different intentions and you think, oh, I just got fried. But if they do stuff like that, that's an exception to you know, not agree with someone or not like them. But it's the people. What hurts me the most is the racist comments. And especially the trans, or I should say pride in general, people that are a different race, you know, black, like a black skin colored or Hispanic, Mexican, stuff like this. Like, especially with the stereotype I was listening to in my last art class between A and her friend. Well, their friend, my bad. But the thing of Mexicans not having dads is what's chalked. Because, you know, I'm not Mexican, and I'm pretty sure I've told people on YouTube before, I've lost my father. But it's the fact that people assume that all Mexicans don't have fathers is what hurts. It really hurts, because take Silent, for example. He's got a father. He's Mexican. Mexicans have fathers. It's just that some of them do not. It is a normal thing. Black people don't have fathers. White people don't have fathers. It's a normal thing.
I'm the jump master.
We challenged the wrong person.
Yeah, or you won't learn the basic, like, quote unquote, why can I not see pink? So I can't, it's bugged. But, like, you can't learn stuff that men should know. But the thing that is, the problem with that is, you don't need a dad to learn this. There's stepdads, there's brothers, there's sisters. Some sisters will know men's stuff because, you know, the era we live in, where women like learning men things, you know. And yeah, same. You know, I've been like that my whole life. I've always gotten along better with women than I do men. And that may be because I've always been more closer to my mother than I have with my father. But, you know, it still shouldn't matter what someone does or does not like. And if you have a problem with it, do not tell them about it. That is your personal opinion. They do not need to listen to that. Because that right there will screw up people's moods. And that is what's caused this era to have the thoughts of, you know, visiting others in the other world. Which, I'm gonna be honest here, I'm gonna just admit something right here. I'm an atheist. I really do not believe in God. But I still believe in heaven in some ways as a better place for souls to rest. But to the people that bully trans and stuff like this, I really don't know if y'all deserve the rights of heaven. Because y'all have caused a lot more deaths than y'all think. And they may not know it because, you know, they didn't get told by the person before they offed. They just unalived. And they just think, oh, haha, emo kid, ha ha ha, funny. They committed unalive, oh, ha ha ha, sucks for them. But that right there is really what just does it to people. And yet they be acting like, haha, it's a joke. They didn't actually. Then why is it over the news? If it's a joke, why is it on the news? Exactly. It's not a joke.
Here's the thing, they usually say it's a joke once they start getting backlash.
Yeah,
that's when they're like,
true.
I pulled a joke card. Oh, it was a joke.
Oh, it was a joke. Nah, this stuff isn't a joke.
There's a kid floating in the river right now because you bullied him, bruh. How the hell is that a joke?
For real. L. We should just call L. If we're talking about. The only person you've talked about is L. Oh. Has L been bullied? I haven't heard. I mean, I've just never really. I didn't really like L. I'm gonna be honest. I never really did. I was alright with them because of you. You know, you were good friends, and then yeah. Yeah, but we're all seventh graders, you know. And seventh graders that don't fully understand like how people feel is what's shocked. But as eighth graders, you understand how they're feeling. You know, the higher you are, the older you are, the more you understand. So when you realize the stuff you said as a kid was wrong, and I will admit the stuff I have said within the past is very fucked. But the fact I'm admitting that is good, unlike others who won't admit it and they're just, no, I said whatever thing I said was right. It's like racist people and transphobic. All right, go. You can go. Kids by me, by the way. Sorry to interrupt. I'm just saying.
Boom, outlawed.
Do you know where? Oh, I see. Loser and yeah, and stuff like that. I can relate with you on that one. And just like being non-accepted for the problems that you have. Probably wouldn't be within this party. Do you have a heat shield, so you know? Damn. We might be dead here. Unless you can pop us, if you can pop us a syringe, just syringe off. So let's see, this kid has heat shields. He does not. He does have an alt excel though. Actually, I already have one, so just pop this real quick. Do you have any white bands? I'll take those. Probably not. Here, take. Check your text that you see. Donnie, can you read this to us?
I gotcha.
Oh, I just got that Phoenix off last second, bro. Do you need more white bands? Here, take this.
Do you need me to read it again?
Yeah.
Alright. That's
Okay,
it.
good to know. But yeah, on to this topic, like seriously, you know, when you have contemplated stuff like this, and you hear someone say they want to, even if you don't know them, even if you just met, and they just want to let you know that, hold on, let me finish real quick. Seriously, like, help them. Recommend them stuff that can help with that. But, Daniel, you can go now.
Alright, I got you. Okay, one very simple way to stop teenage suicide.
You can say it. Chill. It's talking about the topic.
To watch, like, an easy way to stop teenage, on their lives. It's just to have, like, an give, like a freaking, pull out the goddamn, like, orientation crap, how do I say it? Presentation on, like, oh, if you're feeling depressed and you feel like you want to do bad stuff to yourself, that you can offer like after school like stuff to help freaking
Like a therapy session, is what you're saying.
yeah, like therapy sessions, but in school.
See, I don't go to therapy. I've self-done myself to not be the way I was. I just did it all myself. And hanging with friends is what really, and talking with, you know, Donnie and Lane, as I'm right now, did help. Because
Also,
Lane has related, and Donnie is just the comforting friend I've had for 4 years.
they call me the goofball of the friend group.
Yeah,
No one calls
that's
me
what you
that.
are.
I'm not
No,
funny.
that's what you are. You do be funny. Depends on your mood.
And
But
also, I forgot what I was gonna say.
I was gonna say I have something to mention real quick. On me. You can take his
Oh, I
head.
remember. Okay, so if you are like depressed, the one recommendation I can do is just go outside more.
True.
Because
Actually, true.
being at home like increases feelings of depression because you're not really doing anything. You get few human interaction, and it just increases your depression.
But the downside is if you have social anxiety. As
Well,
someone who
yeah.
does, you know, social anxiety does not help with anything. It be making stuff 4 times harder than it actually is. And, you know, as someone who does have that, and it's been within my family line for a while, you know, you experience this for the first time within your lifetime, because, you know, you don't experience it until later within your life, most likely. And, oh my god, I'm fried. Once this happens, it completely changes you. Because I was always the social kid within school. Ask Liam that. He knows it from experience. I just got fried. Is he pushing? You know, he's healing right there. He's pushing. I'm gonna push him off. Not get over. Damn. But, yeah. So, there's a prep talk. I'm probably gonna have to go soon before my mom starts bitching at me. But, yeah. Another thing I'm gonna say, actually, real quick, onto this topic, is abuse. Let's quickly talk about abuse. Abuse is not good. If you know anybody who is getting abused, if you do abuse, if you've been abused, get help. You may think it's not that bad, but it is. Like, seriously. Anything else before we end?
No.
Alright, well, thank you for listening to us pep talk. I'm probably going to have to go edit this video for 2.5 hours. And, yeah, that is the video. Have a good night, guys. Stay safe out there. Goodbye.